You're in the mix.
SKM presents Strictly for the Music Podcast. You are now live with the #1 podcast for all upcoming artists worldwide.
It's the real deal.
Welcome back to another episode of Strictly for the Music Podcast. I'm your host, SKN. The next guest I got over 5,000 followers on BandLab, 19 bands with 16 collections, one album to her name, 18 tracks and 4 collabs. Love Me, Love Me Not, Parking Lot Rapping It, Edition Volume 1. My guest, the one and only, Stellar Lizzie.
Hey, what's happening?
What's good?
Oh, everything's good, bro. Everything's good.
So, how do you want to start this off? You want to talk about the album first?
Yeah, we could do the album first. Let's do that.
Okay, so you got 18 tracks on it?
Yeah, I got 18 tracks on that one. And that's Love Me, Love Me Not, Parking Lot Rapping It, Edition 1. And the Love Me Not part, it's like, because the album is bipolar AF, like it is, do I love him or do I not love him? I'm not sure you guys are gonna know, to be honest, by the end of the album, really. It is just so crazy because I had basically put together a few of my favorites that I had done even in the beginning-ish of my BandLab time. And so that's kind of scary. But I did put a couple of those on there. And then, I mean, I really didn't sit down and like create this album with one theme intended. It was kind of over time a collection of my favorites that I've made. So and Parking Lot Rapping It edition. Okay, so this is a funny story. So that came because, well, that's where I record, is in my car, because it's the quietest spot that I can record in. And, you know, it could have been after work when I would, I would go in my car, I'd be like, have a song to record, anytime I would find time, and it would be in my car. And for Christmas, my kids' dad, he gave me a portable charger, and he's like, here, now you can record in any parking lot and not lose battery. And it was fucking hilarious. So, yeah, I called it I was like, I'm going to call my first album something like that because it's the truth.
So, Parking Lot Rapping It. So, you recording in your car? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How did you start recording in your car? Is it off BandLab? Was it off BandLab? How you discovered?
Yeah. So, well, okay. So, the first time that okay, here's the thing. I've always sang, and I haven't always, ever thought of myself as an artist, but I've been a singer forever and a day. And, I have went through voice changes, and there was confidence. Like, I didn't have that confidence of like a singer and stuff. So, but I've been a singer. Rapping was kind of newish, a little bit. In high school, I did have a rap that I make, and I still remember like 8 bars of that rap. But I did that rap to my friend years ago, maybe about 5-6 years ago, and she would bug me. You need to be a rapper. You need to do something with that. And I was like, you're out of your mind. Like, get off of that. Like, it's crazy to me. Like, I thought that was just in freaking insanity. And I don't know. This is what happened. I really wanted to do covers. I wanted to hear myself on a beat, basically, that's all, without having to do it like Dinosaurus Rex and get out, the computer plus the phone plus some kind of a recorder plus another phone for the beat, whatever the hell, because I've tried that before years ago, and that's just not the business. That is terrible, and you sound awful, and you're like, man, maybe I should not be singing. So yeah, so that's not a good way to do it. So there came a point where my friend had wanted to commit suicide. She has 6 kids and a husband that loves her to death, and she struggles with addiction. and, she just really needed a lift, and I just thought, like, I would love to do something special for her, because there's not much you can do when people feel like that. It's the worst feeling in the entire world, and I understand it. And, you can't fix it. There's nothing you can say that is going to help ease them of the feeling, because it might not necessarily be that they'll do it, but it's the feeling of them doing it that really fucks them up. And so I just wanted to have her feel loved, basically, right? So have you ever heard of Lauren Deagle?
No, I haven't.
She is literally sounds like Adele. It's crazy. I actually thought it was Adele singing this song, but it's called You Say. And it's a beautiful song, and it's about, you say I'm strong when I think I'm weak. You say I am held when I feel nothing. And you say that I'm yours when I feel I have nobody else, and it's talking about God. And so I wanted to do this song, and then I put it on a slideshow, because I made a slideshow of her and her beautiful family, just a reminder of why you're here, And so I had to find somewhere. So I was like, I actually was looking for a voice recorder. I had my kid's phone. I had, my phone, but my phone wouldn't record while a song was going. And then I tried to do the whole, okay, I'm going to have my daughter's phone and having the beat and then record on my phone. It's just terrible. So I'm looking. I somehow just run into BandLab. I must have put in the right wording for it, because I didn't know studio. I didn't know the lingo at all, And I get on there and I'm like, free, yeah, right. Like, I don't think so. I did not believe it was free, and it really is free. And yeah, I get on there and I load up my screen recorded beat, because I had no idea how to get a beat otherwise, and put it on there and did my first cover, and that was in June of last year. So I have been on BandLab 1 year now. And then I also had written a rap, another one besides the high school one, that I was pretty stoked about. I mean, and it was nasty AF, I'm not gonna lie. So I wanted to also do that one. And so I did that one. And then I remember I forked a couple tracks, and I just became in love with it. And I don't know who told me that I could rap, because I was fucking terrible. I just recently sent Dorana. He's one of my A1s. I mean, he supported me, but he didn't work with me. Like, at that time, I just forked one of his tracks, right? And I listened to it the other day with For Flame Kane, and we were busting up laughing. He's like, I could still hear your voice, but man, yeah, that was pretty bad. And so I don't know, but people were very welcoming anyways on there, surprisingly, with all the drama I have now. But they were very welcoming, and like Dodge was one of them. And there's one of my tracks with Dodge that is in my collections under my Dodge and Stellar Lizzie collection. The very first one is called It's Easy, and he swears that that's his favorite track of the whole still. And I'm like, bruh. He just loves it. I don't know why, but it's terribly done. But it just went from there, and like Stellar Lizzie became a thing, and it was crazy, because what the hell? I just didn't even expect it at all. Honestly, I got on there for fun. Even my status said, I'm just here for covers, and you never know, I might spit something once in a while. Like, I might surprise you. Like, it was just silly, I was just there for fun. That was it. But now I'm working and I'm doing stuff. I'm really doing things. So
That's right. So how did you develop your flow?
man, which one, bruh? Because I got so many different flows. It just depends on
Well,
the
the one that's most famous now.
Can you maybe say a song that I don't know which one is most famous? Like, what is most famous? What
Like
would you
like
say?
your most played song, the song that gets the most feedback that you get from.
Okay, so I'll say this. Listen Up was definitely my most played favorite song that was a complete, rap song, hip hop. And the way that got developed was because okay, here's the thing. Before, I couldn't rap on the beat, and I didn't know that I wasn't rapping on the beat, by the way. Someone told me that, oh yeah, you sound like No Name, but you can pull it off. No Name can't. And so it was like kind of a compliment, but then I said, well, what is No Name? And they're like, oh, well, it's when you're just like a little bit off beat. You start a little bit after the beat starts, and then you stop a little bit after the beat stops. And I was like, oh, yeah, totally. No Name was for sure going for that.
Um,
Not awkward, no. But after I heard that, what I wanted was to rap on the beat. So my dude, he helped me rap on the beat. At the time, he was like, not just help me rap on the beat. I mean, he literally, I would do the song Listen Up. I would be doing it. He'd be like, nope, nope, nope. And just over and over again. And I would get so fucking frustrated and pissed the fuck off. But I would do it over and over and over again until one day I hit it and it just fucking clicked. It just clicked. And then I was gone I was gone for a couple months before that happened. So I had all this time. I was freestyling a lot. So I basically wasn't making songs. I was just freestyling on the beat, practicing, lyrically challenging myself, and like just trying to get on that beat and really feel it. And like now I can catch it wherever. Whereas if I got interrupted or anything, I couldn't just catch the beat again. I know, and that's, he would get annoyed. He'd be like, I wish you could just recatch the beat, like just get back on it, and like it was no big deal. And I'm like, what? I don't even know how you do that. You're just so crazy amazing, I just like and now I can do that just fine, no big deal. So I just it just clicked one day. And from then I'm always competing with myself. What can I do better? What can I do differently? What sound am I going for? How fast can I go? It's like always I want to up me, because if I stay the same, it's going to be boring AF
hell
for
yeah.
everybody. For me too, I don't like rapping the same every time. So
So right now, what producers have you worked with on BandLab?
number one, Wicked Beats. He's so fire, you guys. He's so fire. It's ridiculous. I actually just went on a spree on his page today. It's been a minute. And I was like, ooh, it was like Kid in the Candy Store. It was so amazing. Y'all go check Wicked Beats out, because seriously, amazing. And then Stephen Hennessy, he is awesome. Definitely amazing. He's super, super kind and helpful as well. He gives you constructive criticism, which helps a lot if there's anything. He likes to see his beats through. He likes you to show him your private links, so that way, like, he can give you feedback on it. I mean, I think that's awesome to do with your producer, because they like to see what you do on their beat. And sometimes you're gonna get, oh, that's pretty good. And you just leave it at that and be like, well, we're gonna scratch that and do a different one. That's what I do. And then there's Talent on the Beats, fire. And D-Stag is not known for making beats, but that little shit, God, he came out of the cuts with beats all of a sudden. And like, I'm like, really? Yeah, he's really good, but I don't know that he'll make you one. I mean, I think he just right now makes them however he likes them, and that's how they turn out. But it's not like you can go to him and be like, okay, I need this. I don't think that's what it is. But I'm just letting you know, y'all, he has that secret little weapon. So he's also like not a triple threat, a quadruple threat. Who else do I fuck with beats on BandLab? So Wicked, Stephen Hennessy, Talent on the Beats. Oh my God. Lena or Lena. I don't know how she pronounces it. I would say Lena. But if you're looking for a female producer to totally support, she is the best female supporter on BandLab, hands down. And this is a year of me looking for one. I'm not kidding. I think that females tend to do too much. And that just fits our personality. You know what I mean? We just do too much. But she knows what she's doing, and she is freaking amazing at what she does. And so, and it doesn't matter female or male or whatnot, but to me, like, I like to also support the female artists because we do kind of, aren't taken seriously unless we prove ourselves, and it's a little bit harder to step in the game like that. And she's just fire, y'all, period. Yeah. And if I'm missing anybody, I am sorry. I don't think oh, God damn it. Yes, I am. And of course, Vanilla Gates, which I also call AKA Vanilla Gramps. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who can call him that. He's one of the A1s as well. And he's awesome. And he really is just a heart of gold. And I remember he specifically made me a beat for my album that him and I went back and forth on for at least a couple weeks for revisions, and it wasn't because it wasn't good enough, but there was a specific sound I was looking for, and I have zero clue how to talk beat. Okay, I don't know the chimes and then this and then that. So I'm like, I don't understand. So I'm going to number one, I will show kind of in a other beat what I'm looking for, but I'm also going to explain during the process my ability of how it would sound, and he hit it on the nail. I mean, and he was so patient about it that I was just super shocked and really thankful for him, and proud, because he was just kind of brand new. That's back in the day when, if y'all know how he had his stuff, he had like a purple dragon on his stuff. Like that was like back in the very beginning of his times. So yeah, those are my faves.
Who's your favorite artist to collab with?
Favorite artist to collab with? You're gonna get me in trouble, bruh. Okay, there's a couple different ones for a couple different reasons. Okay, Doruna is definitely one of my favorites to collab with because I can throw my shit down, send it to him, and he knows just how to kill it, and he does it pretty quickly. Period. All I got to do is say, "Hey, I sent you an invite," and he's on. That's dope. And also it's always fire, like, period. I don't even have to have worry about it. I don't have to ask him what to do for it or nothing. We just know what's up, and say vice versa, Then another person that I like to collab with, man, I just started collabing again. Because I have been lately stuck on like jumping on like, because I joined the band Open Verse, and so I've jumped on a couple of those tracks, and so a couple of new people I have but joined in on, they were actually 3 of them. They just freaking loved my revision basically of what I would do with that song. Each and every one of them chose to put it out because, like, Phil's Pay, he's a 20K, he has 20K followers. He's pretty, everybody knows who he is, and stuff. And our track is called Liar. He had all his parts laid out, and I went in there and I switched the flip on him so bad. It's not even funny. When he thought he was getting played, I came in there and said, fuck that, you were playing me the whole time. So, that's how I kind of did my shit on his track called Liar. And that's out. And not in his collections, he has it in his album on his page. He has a couple albums, and it's the last album he put out. So you guys should check that out. It is freaking awesome. I have it on my page under I have it under my collections, and I have an actual collections called Phil's Pay Play Me or whatever. Felipe Pay Me or whatever the heck he is. I don't even know what it's called, but whatever that is, that's under that collection. It's Liar, and it's freaking awesome and powerful. Second one was Tommy, the poet. He had a track kind of talking about men being abused opposed to women, because men do get abused, and he was wanting to bring awareness to that because of his personal things. And so he comes into the chat and he's like, I need a female rapper that is okay with looking bad. And I said, hi, I'm Stellar, and I don't give a fuck, so try me. And so I got on that track, and we talked shit, like real acting, back and forth through it. And then I did my verse, and my verse was, when I got done with my verse, I felt awful. I sat my phone down and I said, what a fucking bitch, bro. Yuck. You know what I mean? But I was in that mode that I had to be in to get the whole fucking thing across, and people were definitely responded to it. There was actually someone who really went nuts over it. Whoa, and not in such a good way, not in a bad way either, but she really had kind of a real anxiety attack over it. And she wrote me at least 3 chapter books on the song itself. And then she came in my DMs and she was just freaking out because it's real shit, and she wasn't understanding. Well, am I being the abuser then? Those become questions when you really think about things, so that was very powerful, and it made it to the trending for sure. And then the other one was is Big Warn, and another powerful one. Okay, and then Savage Gang ENT. I love working with him. He has a lot of communication, and I could get on a track with him and be chill. I haven't yet, because he just makes me want to be like a rock rapper. Is that a thing?
I think that's a thing.
Yeah, I totally want to rock out and rap. We have a track called From the Bottom to the Top, and that is, I rock out with the rocker, a cranberry type voice going on there, but then I also rap on it too, and it's amazing. So, love it.
So, by far right now, do you consider yourself an established artist?
Established?
Yeah.
I would say that the fact that I am, you Google me, it says I am a verified artist. I am on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube. That is definitely established. Am I making bank and I'm known? Not yet. Do I care? Sure don't, because I love doing what I do. And no matter what, if I get noticed by someone bigger than I could ever dream of, great. That would be another adventure in my life. But I have always had one saying: 0 expectations equals 0 disappointments. And I'm not sitting here thinking that I'm going to get famous. I'm making wonderful collabs with wonderful people, and that I just sometimes just can't believe I'm hearing myself. And it's my passion, and it's something for me to really get into, to keep my mind healthy, actually. So it's amazing, but it's not a thing to become famous or anything else. And I'm not even sure I want to do shows or anything. I like just seeing that I'm online there. Really. It's pretty dope.
What are your biggest influences?
Number one, Eminem, 100%. And I have a story on that too, actually. I was 12 years old, and he had just came out with Not That My Name Is. It was the next one with Stan on it, and the mom track, I think. Cleaning Out My Closet, that one. And so my dad took me and my sister to California because my sister was 17 and she had graduated school, because we just are in that age bracket. We all did at 17. And we went to California to take her because she was going to the Navy. And we also decided to, like, chill and, see family and stuff like that. And we went to Tower of Records. And my dad said you could pick a CD out. And I was like, dope. So I went around and I was like, ugh. And I see an Eminem. Now, Eminem was already like plastered all over my wall, right? At home. Loved him, period. And so, like a real sly, just scratched off the sticker that said parental warning or whatever. And I was like, I want this one, Dad. My dad didn't even think twice. He's like, all right. And I was looking at the guy like, if you say anything, I will murder you with my eyes. I was like, shut up. And yeah, he bought it for me. And so we're on the plane and I'm listening to it and I'm bumping my head, it's just, I just fucking love him so much. And my dad's like, what you listening to? And I was like, nobody, it's fine, nothing. And he's like, let me see. And I was like, shit. And I okay, so I gave him it very reluctantly, very slowly, and very not wanting to. And I wish to this day that I would have put it on Stan. Oh, God. Because it was most definitely on Cleaning Out My Closet. It was the worst song on the whole fucking thing. And yeah, that CD got freaking broken, burnt to a fucking crisp, awful, and then he just, ever since I turned 18, I've been telling him he owes me a new CD, and he's always said, hell no. The fuck you mean? And I was like, fine. But I always try. I really do want the CD. I don't want it anywhere else. I want the CD. So my dream is kind of to rap with Eminem on stage and be like, hey, Dad, look at me now. What's that? But really, I don't feel any motivation like I do than when I listen to him. He's lyrically amazing. He challenges himself, he's real as fuck. He's hilarious. He's fool as fuck. Everything he does is amazing. Period. And so Struggle Be Real on Love Me Not is for sure an inspired track by him.
Favorite Eminem track?
Favorite Eminem track of all time?
Yep.
Oh my Lord Jesus. Okay, hold up. Let me think about this. So, and his new CD, you guys, holy shit, it's good. And holy shit, he collabed with people. I was like, what? That was crazy to me. Before I get to what my favorite track of his alone is, that made me think of my favorite collab ever done in the history of ever done is Forever with Eminem, Drake, unfortunately Kanye, but Kanye pre-stupid ass, before that. And then Wheezy. And I fucking love that song so much. I actually did a cover where I was all for them motherfuckers. And I killed the rap part, but I sucked at the hook part. So I'm in the midst of redoing that shit. and I was able to grasp their swag in every single thing too. I'm gonna redo that shit and post that up soon. Okay, favorite ever rap from him. Now, I would have to definitely say, to be honest, and it's super mainstream, but it was something I really fucked with, was the Stand track. It was so real and so sad, and it's always been something the thing is like, who was on it? It was a freaking indie singer. What's her name? God damn it. But the 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 white flag girl, you know?
Yeah.
What, do you remember her name? That's gonna bug me.
I sure don't.
Anyways, like, that's kind of how I sing. Really, that's where my comfort zone of singing is, anyways. And so, like, happy, and that was when that was first starting to really come about too, was having the hook female vocals and then come in with verses, you know what I mean? It was amazingness to me, and I still will rock that track all the time. So I guess I have to say it is Stan. Another amazing one is Rap God, you know what I mean? Like, that shit gets me pumped as fuck. Who does it not get pumped though? And then his newest shit, oh, I don't know if I know the name of it, but Hello, I'm a Martian. Like, that new one. Oh, shit. Like, it goes right. Oh, God damn. Oh, I love him so much. Don't get me started on all that shit. Come on now. All right.
All right. So, what has to be your favorite collection out of all 16?
My favorite collection out of all 16 is hands down Stellar's Hot List, the first one.
Is that with you or just different artists that you fuck with?
It is with me and different artists that I fuck with. And it's all hot, promise.
So there's a
And
part
some
one.
artists I don't fuck with, actually, because I don't give a fuck. If it's hot, it's hot. Go ahead.
So that's only part one. You have a part two too?
There is also a part 2 that's in the making. Yeah, but I don't add it until I see it, until I feel it, you know?
What else is in your collection?
I have also Interstellar's Mind, because people like to joke around like, ha, I want to interstellar, ha 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 ha, hilarious, y'all. I've never heard that before. So I have Interstellar's Mind because I liked that. I thought that was dope. And it's all me on that one for sure. And then there's another Interstellar Minds too. And then I have the collabs that I do a lot of collabs with. I have a collection for. So I have one with me and King Dabs. I have a collection for ours, which all of ours aren't there because there was a jealous fucking bitch in the mix that deleted some of my fucking songs, and she's a fucking hoe and she can rot in hell. So there's not all of them there anymore. And then there's one the other collection with me and Darena, fight, and I actually me and him do so much that I actually have to go back, and that reminded me to go see, okay, what have I missed. And then I have with me and Dodge, because after It's Easy, I started forking all his tracks, and then I have one also now it's not actually a collab one. It's Stoner Jessie, though. She really fucks with me. I love her. She's such an amazing supporter and a really good person, and also a freaking badass at the DJ mixing and shit. Like, she does amazing stuff, and she did a full on 4-song mashup and mixing of all of her 4 favorites at that moment. And whenever she hits me up, she tells me she knows that she can tell me whatever song she wants to get on. I let her do it, period. It's dope. So I just recently put in one of mine that she did of mine in there. But just recently she did a new one with YMT, and YMT's music is fucking amazeballs. So I put that one in there too because it's fire. I'm sure I'm forgetting other ones, but the Phil's Play Me, that's a good one to look at, you guys, because that's obviously what I would want live to hear. So those are obviously my all-time favorite tracks I've ever done, to be honest.
Top 5 BandLab female artists.
Top 5 female. Well, that's gonna be hard. No, that's not gonna be hard, I guess. Well, that's gonna be hard, yeah, because to be honest with you, a lot of females don't fuck with me. Why? I don't know. Fuck around, find out. I don't know. But well, number one is I keep it really real, and they don't like that shit. Like I don't care if I have this one bitch right now. Like she told me that first of all, I don't know this bitch from the back of my hand. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know this bitch. She's forked one of my tracks before, and she had came in. She had said, "Oh, we could be friends," and I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." And then, like I wasn't like that, but I'm just like, I don't normally do that teenage shit, of the whole we can be friends. Like I'm just not a girl, and so I mean, if we just happen to connect and we're talking and we kick it, like I just go with the vibes, you know what I mean? And that kind of shit just kind of makes me feel awkward, really. So, anyways, so she comes into my DMs after, and what happened was she actually commented on one of my songs, said, "Oh, hey, stranger." And then I go on my DMs and I see it again, and I'm like, bruh, I was like, "What are you talking about, stranger? I've been here." Like, what do you mean? And she's like, "Oh, well, I just think we both need to try harder because we haven't talked in how long she fucking said." And I'm just like, and I tell her straight up, because I am a straight up person. I said, "Look, I am not one to do this whole like expectation thing. Also, like I'm not here to chat in my DMs. I'm here to work on music. I'm not very much in my DMs. I try to be active-ish in my bands. However, like if you find something that you want me on, hit me up. If I find something that I want you on, I'll hit you up." I'm like, but I'm not about that life of like, chit chatting online and just like hee and ha ha, and like it just doesn't work for me. And she got really fucking upset about it, and I'm like, whatever. So she ends up in the same new band that just started today that I'm in, and the guy asked if I could do some vocals for him, the owner of the band, and she pops off with, "I hope you're not talking about our collab, because that's my hook." And I was like, wow. And I was like, someone feels like a boss up in here today, apparently, right? And she put some fucking dumbass gif, with "bitch please" or some shit like that, and I was like, wow. I'm like, now you're gonna talk shit through gifs? Okay, cool. She ended up looking hella stupid, and it's whatever, but I had to literally I literally go through this shit all the time. Every time I either enter a new band, or if I leave a band, or anything else, like bitches hate on me all the time. I really cannot sit here and tell you. Listen, my new favorite would have to be, I want to get her name right. Hold on. Naishia. Number one, she's seen everything that went down today. She's an amazing. She had me crying yesterday, not crying, but in my emotions, because she's a beautiful singer and she's very positive, and she was singing about her kids, and that's gonna get me every time because I have 2 kids. She just seems like a really positive person, so I'm really liking her. I really like Just Call Me Q. She was one of the winners on my recent contest. I love her flow. I love her sound. And she is also a very kind person. Like, those are the kind of girls that I like to be around, because they're real, but they're also very kind hearted, and they're not trying to up you. They don't feel threatened by you, because they're doing them just like I'm doing me, but I also rap. So that's a different thing. Those are, well, Just Call Me Q raps too, but I don't know. I think that people just like to fucks with me because I'll fuck around and talk shit back, and they like the drama. I don't know. But so those are two really good females. Killer EK is, you know, an amazing fucking artist. She's someone I looked up to for a long time. She's definitely up there. Bluebell, amazing singer, you guys. Damn, amazing. Okay. Cassie, she's a dope ass singer for sure. Did I get 5 yet? Is that 5, bruh?
Yeah, that's
Uh,
fine.
All right, dope. So there they are. Those are the girls I love to listen to on the lab. Oh, Vanna. Let's say Vanna too, because like she's different, and she just like sometimes like just creeps me the fuck out, but she loves to do that. So she's totally fine with that. And you know, I love that. I love to listen to new shit and different shit. Like I really do. Me and her made a collab together, and came out fire.
Vanna B, the weed witch.
Vanna B, that's my B. She's one of the A1s. She's one of the A1s that stayed the A1s. You know, I wish Durunna's wife. You know what? Durunna's wife is my favorite artist of BandLab. How about that? She's not very active right now because she has 2 small babies. You know, she's doing mom life 100%. But she is very fucking beautiful singer. A very fucking beautiful singer, and I know she could spit some bars in there too. So she's, you know, but she's maturing in her voice as far as that kind of stuff goes. But watch, she's gonna be a fucking voice to be reckoned with, or whatever the fuck you say, however you say that. She's gonna be a force to be reckoned with, a voice. A force to be reckoned with. She's powerful, and she's gonna, you know, she's working on her building her confidence, and also, you know, Durunna sharing the mic, I can't imagine. So yeah, she's amazing. And that's Favor Grace, y'all. So
what kind of drama what kind of drama have you been getting into lately?
oh shit. Okay, I'll tell you what's up. So fucking bitch ass fucking HGM Supreme, when you order Supreme pizza and you get cheese, that's him. So he is fucking known for being a clout chaser, like a high known clout chasing motherfucker. Okay, like literally when somebody, I'm not going to name names, but when somebody who's been there for a long time, that's in like kind of the older, not that, okay, first of all, they're not even older, but they present themselves as an older generation, but they're not. Anyways, they've been on there for years. They have a very big following, and they come and say, oh, wow, he's at it again, huh? And tell me a story of how it happened like 5 years ago or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, he does this continually. This is not my first run-in with this motherfucker, by the way. And I'm sure it won't be the last. Right now, he's a bitch, so he's got me blocked. Surprise, surprise. So what happened was this, okay? I was okay with him after our last debacle. And our last one ended, because it was just stupid, and I didn't give in to his shit. You know, he's continued to try and like put me and Hazy Island against each other, and both of us talked a little bit of shit because he was feeding us shit, but we really didn't want that because we didn't even know each other. Why am I gonna fucking diss a bitch I don't know? And she felt the same way, so we never did, you know. And it just became apparent that he likes this drama shit and he likes this dissing shit. And I mean, I guess if you suck as bad as he does, you would have to fucking diss people to get that clout, and that's what he does. And I have a screenshot saying it. He literally says, y'all are gonna get me to 19K with this shit. This is what he does, y'all. It's crazy. I didn't want to give him that. And I was so good about it. For 6 months, he's been begging for this, right? But this is what happened. So he fucking stupid motherfucker. Okay. So what he did was he dissed for Flame Kane. No big deal. For Flame Kane caught it like a week later because he doesn't really fucking pay attention. And also HGM does not tag normally in the random diss that he does, right? So, because he's a bitch. So anyway, but he caught it, and so he dissed back because for Flame King, that's nothing to him, you know, and he doesn't, there's no personal feelings at that point. There's just like, I'm going to diss him back then. Fuck that, you know, just like like we do, right? That's what rappers do. Okay. Right after he disses him, HGM blocks for Flame Cane and reports him. Now, in order to get banned, y'all, like I've heard this and it only makes sense, is that you would have to ban someone, like you are not ban someone, you would have to report them, but multiple accounts would have to report you, not just one account, you know? And that makes sense, right? Because we all have our haters that probably try to fucking report us every day. Who knows? So, all right. So he ends up getting suspended over it. And the reason that we knew it was him was because he could see him and this girl, Trinity, quote unquote girl, Trinity, talking back and forth to each other about it and how they reported him. And so I was like, what the fuck? You know, and at this point, this is me. I'm like, I'm going to talk to him and see what's going on. Like, he needs to knock it off, you know? And so I hit him up, and I actually hit him up in Messenger because I had him on Messenger. He was, you know, a friend-ish, you know, like I didn't mind him type of thing. And so I hit him up. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he fucking tells me his first thing that he told me was that our clique, our group, which I don't even know what that means because I'm not really in a clique. I didn't know what that meant. He just said, then he says, for Flame King's bitches, which I was like, for Flame King doesn't have bitches. Like, he would never say that. And I don't know who you're talking about, but that they were actually accusing Supreme of the child shit. And so then I said, excuse me, they're what? And I was immediately pissed. This just happened to one of my dunnies like a couple fucking weeks ago, and it was all fucking crazy. And I'm like, this is so, like, who the fuck thinks that this is okay to just go and accuse people of child pornography? Are you fucking kidding me? You know, so I was actually mad, like, okay, if our fucking crew or Kane's females or whoever the fuck he's talking about are actually saying these things, like, I'm going to fucking make that stop right now because that's not okay. So I tell him I need a link to wherever this is happening and I need names because that's not okay. And I will fucking handle that shit if it's true because I already know that he's a fucking liar, you know? So, but I didn't not believe him either. I really was going to handle that. So he wasn't able to give me any links. He said, oh, it's been deleted. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever, bro. So at that point, I was like, yeah, right. So I left it at that. And then all of a sudden, everything flipped. And now for Flame Kane was getting accused of this shit from Supreme and this bitch Trinity. And I'm like, what the fuck? What? Are you fucking kidding me, right? So, after some investigations, I'll call it Stellar Lizzie Investigations 101. Okay, like seriously, after some investigations, come to find out Trinity was one of his fake accounts. Surprise, surprise. He keeps a ton of those motherfuckers. And you could tell because they'll all have low counts and they'll all be only sharing his shit and only promoting him. And also, he slips up and talks like himself all the time in those motherfuckers. Just be observant, you know? And so he literally was having conversations in the comment section with himself.
Damn.
Are you feeling me? Are you following this shit?
Yeah.
Okay, so moving forward, I called him out on it because he tagged me. Y'all, let me tell you something right now. If you don't want my real opinion on your diss track, do not tag me. If it is trash, I'm going to tell you it's trash. I'm not going to stick up for the bro and tell you that it's trash just to stick up for him. If it's good, I'm going to give good where props are earned. And I'm going to say, damn, bruh, sorry about that, but that was fucking bomb. Like, you know, it is what it is. And that's what a real person does. You know what I'm saying? But no, it was trash as usual. So I found out, yeah, that Trinity was fake. And then he comes into my DM later on and he's saying that he wants to prove it to me. He has screenshots of Kane and this alleged minor talking. And I'm like, right. He's like, let me back on Messenger and I'll show you. And I was like, fuck no, you and up now. And my Messenger is, I don't just add just a whole anybody in there, you know what I mean? Like, that's something that, like, I just don't trust, you know, that could get, I don't know what, but still, you know, I didn't feel comfortable. I know my Instagram was made for an artist, really. So I told him, you can hit me on Instagram. Well, like 12 hours later, I mean, literally, you have all this proof that you're so eager to show me. You're begging to get back on my Messenger to show me. And yet you don't show me till like hours and hours later, the supposed proof you have. Number one, there's one sign right there that I was like, you mean enough time for you to get all this shit together? And that's going to be whack. I already know. That's what I'm thinking in my head. So, yep, he sends me his supposed proof. And first thing I see is, okay, this is not an Android text messaging app. This is not BandLab. This is not Messenger. This is not Instagram. This is not anything that I recognize. And so what the fuck is this? And it ended up being a Hangout app. And for Flame Kane doesn't even fuck around with that kind of shit, number one. Number two, he talked like a whole white boy. For Flame Kane is not a white boy at the fucking least. He's a whole gangster. Like, what do you mean he's talking proper with commas? Are you serious right now? So that really, I was like laughing. I was like, this is not. And also a whole paragraph, nah, bruh. But he sent those two text messages separate from each other. So he sent one in a iPhone text message with someone else, or you couldn't tell who it was, but with other different writing than in the Hangout one. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there was other shit written above the same paragraph that supposed For Flame Kane had written. So right there showed me that, oops, bruh, you sent me the original screenshot of your made up shit by accident. You know what I mean?
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, that's some real crazy shit. And
like, how the fuck is someone gonna sit around, make a bunch of fake accounts, and do all kinds of type of weird ass shit, man? Like, fuck.
He is something else. I really think he has mental health issues, because I'm not done yet, and the story has not even completed. I'm saying, like, literally, me and For Flame Kane are getting stalked up the ass with fake accounts trying to fucking get at us. I'm not kidding. It's ridiculous right now. Thank God for the delete all button, because that's all I do. So anyway, so moving forward, I noticed that, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. And the whole video is sped up, you guys. Like, I'm not, I can't talk that fast. I do talk fast, but I can't talk that fast. But okay, the next thing that I noticed was, okay, that happened. And then he's sending me other screenshots of shit that I didn't give a fuck about. Like, how many, I guess this girl, Mia, was talking shit to him because she was the one who, this is what happened. Okay, this is what ends up happening at the end of the day. Supreme is the one talking to minor children and having minor pornography. Mia, which I don't think she's on the lab, and if she is on the lab, I'm sorry, Mia, I don't know her. I have no idea. But she is all over his ass for it because she caught this whole thing with Supreme. And I think Supreme, knowing that, number one, Mia was like friends with For Flame Kane at one point in time, I don't know, knew that, and also he was beefing with him at the time, so he used that situation in order to flip it onto Kane, because he was already beefing with Kane. And so I think that's kind of how that went down. I'm not really 100% clear on that part, but this girl, Mia, was accusing Supreme of that. And there was a photo leaked. And I'm so no fucking idea. This fucking boggles my mind. However, this whole time, Supreme is saying that it's this girl named Wolf Girl that is claiming these things about For Flame Kane. And the whole time, For Flame Kane thought he was talking about whatever bitch this Trinity was. Like, he didn't even know who the fuck was accusing him. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you know he has no idea what's going on. Like, he doesn't even know what bitch is supposedly accusing him, right? He's like literally talking to me like, I don't know, this Trinity bitch is fucking weird. I was like, bruh, it's not Trinity he's saying is accusing you. It's supposedly this Wolf Girl. Wolf Girl started to follow me. Now, Wolf Girl didn't have a low following. She has a good-ish following, and I think she even had like real tracks on there with like a girl voice and shit. And I'm looking into it, and I'm like, what the fuck? And Supreme was telling me to talk to this bitch. Well, I didn't, but she didn't hit me back up. See, I put a comment under one of her songs, and I was like, real recognize real, and you're looking really unfamiliar. And she never hit me back.
Damn.
So I don't know what the fuck she had to do with this, really. I don't know what the fuck's going on with that bitch, but I know Trinity for sure was fake. I mean, once I outed him on that, that's when he got big, mad, and he started attacking me in my DMs and telling me, let's go, and you're a fucking bitch, and blah, 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 all his stupid shit. And
That's crazy.
I just killed him one time. Like, come on, like that's why I didn't want to do it either, because then you go look at his tracks and you're like, really? That's sad. Super, it's and I'm not just brushing like his shoulders. I'm not conceited. I wouldn't really be dissing someone that is not at my level, and that's just the fucking flat ass truth. But he cannot. When I said I couldn't rap on beat, at least I had some sort of rhythm going. Like, he doesn't at all. Period. Like, he's just talking random words. I don't know. But anyway, moving forward, then he brings this Lisa bitch into it. Now, Lisa fucking threw me off of fucking left field for just a second. But then I'm reading it, and it's a whole 2 chapter books of how she was on the phone with For Flame Kane the night before, and he, on video, and he's holding a gun to his head, and how she feels so bad for leaking this photo, but she didn't know that Kane was gonna feel like this. Like, do you guys realize that Kane is a real fucking G, bro? Like, he don't give a fuck. He's laughing at you, bro. Like, he's over there laughing at you. Like, oh my God. Okay. I just can't even fucking wrap. I told you, I cannot wrap my fucking mind around this guy right now. Like, so stupid and unbelievable. It's not even funny. So it's, yeah, I just called him out on the whole thing. And obviously, if you haven't seen the video, like, that was boom, fucking amazingness. I do have the full version, but I can't figure out how to fucking get the link so everyone can see the full version. I don't know. I'll have to work on that.
Hey, put it on your YouTube, man.
Oh, yeah, I could do that, right? Okay. Yeah, duh. Of course. I didn't even think about that. Okay, so yeah, I'll put it on YouTube. It is the slowed down version. It is the full on, like, literally scroll by scroll. And there are some messages you didn't hear me say. I don't know if you heard me yelling at him at the end of that video, but there was like 4 others kind of like that. So that was so pissed. It's just so ridiculous stuff, over what? Over because you wanted some fans, you were bored with your life. What's going on, Jesus.
So, besides all the drama and your first album coming out, do you have anything for 2020?
Hell yes, I have for 2020. I have a couple of things for 2020. I have an album called Rando that I am finishing up. I have 2 songs on there that need to be finished. And those are actually reboots of 2 songs that were meant a lot to me on Love Me, Love Me Not. But the next is a album I'm working solely with one producer on. So I'm very excited on that one. And I've been taking my time. So this is this third album, the third album I will be putting out. This is going to be considered something to me that I really worked on. And, track by track, one producer on purpose didn't just randomly come up with this amazing heat out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Type of shit. Like, you really, really putting my whole heart, blood, sweat, and tears into this shit. So I'm working on that as well. And that will be done in 2020. Bet.
No date?
I am not putting a date on it. 0 expectations, bruh.
All
0
right.
disappointments.
So, can we expect any music videos in 2020?
You can expect some put together stellar Lizzie music videos. You can expect some definite artist photography going on. So I'll be having some professional pictures taken. All swagged out and my amazingness.
Any covers?
Any covers of songs?
Yeah, on video.
What do you mean, like covers from
Like,
other artists?
yeah, from like the Eminem joint you were talking about.
Oh, on video?
Yeah.
Well, I think that's not a bad idea at all. Why not? So for sure. I've got so what I want to do is actually right now I'm working on, did you hear Do I Dazzle You? It was the contest song that I did on MG's beat for Rusty's contest for
No, I
Aint
haven't heard that
Music.
one yet.
Well, it is a song that is about Twilight, and it literally, I put into that song like even sayings from Twilight, like from Bella. So it turns out to be the verses are Bella writing to Edward. And it's fucking amazing. This song is so fire. It's not even funny. And so I'm actually working on a sample of that, a video of that, a montage video with my song going. I mean, it could have been in the fucking movie. I'm not even kidding. It's fire. And I won that contest, by the way.
Hell yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So how is your music going to evolve in 2020? What can we expect?
Man, it's already evolved so much. My flow is getting more and more stronger. My lyricism is getting stronger and stronger. And my quality is getting stronger and stronger. And also it's that's what you should expect. You should expect more bars, more fun shit, and definite like more visuals for sure. But a lot of fun shit. Like that pin post that's gonna be like, I'm also working on another album with songs like all songs like that. Pretty much hype, pretty much like, I mean, I don't like to say ratchet, but kind of. It's kind of ratchet music. But yeah.
So what's your best advice to give to any upcoming artist, male or female?
Females, open up. Don't be afraid to work with other females. Don't be intimidated. Don't, you don't got to close yourself off because your friend had a problem with me back in 9th grade or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, who cares? And, just be confident in your own music and your own self, because I promise you, like, I don't hate on people. I don't hate on, if you're talent, you're talent. I'm going to tell you. If you're not talent, then I'm not going to say shit. It's not, if you're not tagging me in something and asking me what I think, then you're good. I don't hate on people. So quit hating, fucking do your shit, man. Like, fucking work on your music, quit hating on me, and quit letting other bitches control you. Are you serious right now? Fuck that shit. And to the ones who keep it real with me, I love y'all. Amazing. Fucking talent, fire. And, for the males, I mean, what can I tell the males? I mean, like, they fuck with me. Like, all males fuck with me, and they really fucks with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't. I mean, they don't flirt with me all the time. Like, girls seem to think that I'm all over the place in the lab. No, I really got bros, and the reason I really got bros is because I really do have talent, and they really do take me seriously. And that's the difference. Like, I don't have to go and flirt with people to get collabs. I don't have to do that shit, because people want to work with me because I am about my music and I take it seriously. I'm not saying I don't flirt at all. Like, fucking kill me. So what? But I don't have to flirt to get attention or anything like that whatsoever. It's just the fact that they ask me to do something, I do it, and I do my best at it, and they appreciate that. And I treat with them with respect. So I don't really know what to tell you about the dudes. Like, they've been amazing to me. They've been my supporters. They've helped me grow this whole entire time. Every single one of them, pretty much. Other than fucking Supreme, but he's a whole bitch to me. I don't give a fuck. Like, I mean, I've only ever fought with dudes that would actually clap me. So Nero has clapped me before. But I deserved it. And he did an amazing job. So guess what? I went on his track and I said, damn, well, that was real good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. We made up since then. That's how that goes. You feel me?
Yes, yes. So you got any final words for everyone listening and to your fans?
To my fans and my true supporters, like, I can't even believe to even say that, but it's the truth. I had one recently tell me like it was a dream come true for her to get on my beat and for me to, recognize it. Wow. Really? Like, that's fucking awesome. You look up to me? What? That's fucking awesome. I love that I could do that. And also, don't be afraid to hit my DMs, because I will help anyone that comes in my DMs wanting true help. And I know you're real, and I will check. I will investigate. Trust me. I will help you. I don't deny people on that ever. I'm not too good for nobody. I love the ones who are really supporting me. Please, the fact that, like, there's a lot of fans I have that come out and I've never seen them like my track. So please, if you're playing it, hit a like, just so I know, because guess what? I'll know who you are, and I will go look at you too and give you some love. It goes both ways, I promise. And to all my fucking dunnies and my bras and my sisses that do fucking keep it real with me, I love y'all. Y'all know who you are. So go fucking make some real music and quit putting out garbage. Love, Lizzie.
All right, you want to plug in your social media outlets?
Instagram, stellar.lizzie. And that's all you need to know. Well, there's Stellar Lizzie. There's our artist page on Facebook. Find my artist page. Stellar Lizzie.
I appreciate you coming on the show and, letting us know about your music and stuff. Yeah, no problem. So, There's another episode wrapped up. Our special guest, the one and only Stellar Lizzie. Go Google her. Get her on Spotify. Hit her on bandlab.com. If you don't know what bandlab is, go look it up in your Play Store. Download it. It's a free app. And we are out.
Bye.
Strictly for the Music Podcast.